This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the side, check out who New York has coming up. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Jaren Jackson.
It's one that I'm curious about. It'll be their 6th contest of the season for them, and a game that should have a lot of great matchups.
Now, New York starting 5. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for Seattle, they've got Jonathan Kuminga, Zach LaVine out there with Drew Holiday. Then it's Kyle Filipowski, and it's Makovich in at the 4 spot. So New York will get their first possession. Well, Coach, there's no better feeling than getting a new season underway.
That's so true. We've been waiting for a while, haven't we, B.A.? There's a lot of excitement surrounding this season. Glad it's finally here, and I'm glad we get to be on the call.
Now here's Hart. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Kuminga. Pass to Holiday. Launches a 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
Well, if you look at Holiday's 3-point numbers, they're more than solid. It's an underrated part of his game.
Brunson with it. He's covered by Holiday. Here's Brunson. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. Some solid defense from Holiday. About a minute into this first quarter. Here's Makovich. He's covered by Hart. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Josh Hart. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with the head coach for Seattle. The coach had nothing but praise for Jalen Brunson, and he said he spent a lot of time watching Jalen. His words were, it's not easy for a player his size to dominate like he does. It speaks to his drive and his ability to outthink his opponents. Coach holds Brunson in high regard. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. Here's Bridges. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Here's Brunson. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Well, that's just their first make in 5 attempts. Maybe that bucket can ignite their offense.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. LaVine against Bridges.
Yeah, great defense from Bridges. His coaches and teammates appreciate his energy.
Here's Anunoby. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Yeah, what you love about Anunoby is his toughness and work ethic. When he's out there, he's going to play hard every second.
LaVine against Bridges. And that one's good. Makovich.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Outside Anunoby. Towns on a screen.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Some solid defense from Filipowski.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Back to Levine. Out to the right wing. Puts it up from 15. Hart pulls it in.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Bridges finds Towns. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Oh, man, what a dominant move down there. I bet ticket holders could feel that slam up in the cheap seats.
Now here's Holiday. Outside Levine. Here's Makovich. He's covered by Hart. And that one's good. Matkovic has got 6.
Well, not much the defender could do there. Just didn't have the height to bother that shot.
Anunoby passes to Brunson. Levine against Bridges. High post Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, and at 7 feet tall, Towns is a major threat inside. The defense has to guard him better than that.
Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
Puts one up from 19, and it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Give him 8.
Outstanding floor awareness from Holiday. He knows exactly when one of his guys has been left uncovered.
Here's Brunson. Zach LaVine clears it away.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Fires from 14, and it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the foul. It's on Zach LaVine. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
New York working the ball around now. Here's Brunson, and the 18-footer right on the mark.
A flashy ball handler at times, Brunson knows how to carve up scoring opportunities for himself.
LaVine with it. He's scoreless. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Well, like a lot of us in 2020, Zach LaVine was bitten by the golf bug.
Well, when the season came to a halt, he had to find something to do. I know you're big into that, although I bet Zach's got a little better swing than you, B.A.
I totally agree. That free throw good from LaVine.
Well, you love to have a shooter like LaVine on your roster. The defense has to cover a lot more ground when he's on the floor.
Alvarado's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Both free throws good from LaVine.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Elbow shot. And that one's good for Brunson. And it's 6 points for Jalen Brunson.
And you just can't let Brunson get to his spots. I mean, he's an excellent mid-range shooter.
Now here's Holiday. coming in off 21 points in his last outing. On the wing, Levine. Alvarado defending. Shot clock at 5. Seattle needs to get off a shot here. Pass to Holiday. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Let's look at the top rebounders from last season. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Seattle making some changes. Williams is checked in for Filipowski. Neesmith comes in for Makovich. And it's Dunn in for Holiday. Now here's Brunson. He's closely guarded. Towns on a screen. Brunson on the drive. Can't connect from short range.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Levine surveys the D. Shot clock at 6, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Seattle. Cam Thomas comes in for Levine. The Knicks have got 6 of 14 in so far. And here's Alvarado. Still no points. Towns, right side. Over Williams. Oh, Williams with the block.
Showing off his talent for erasing shots. Williams had that one totally anticipated.
Just 5 on the clock. Alvarado. And again, the Knicks missing. And Thomas has got the ball here for Seattle. And this game, the first chance they've had to see New York.
It's really hard to know what to expect when teams play only twice a year. It makes it a bit of a mystery.
Oh, no question. Because these teams only play twice a year, this game will mean a lot more to them.
New York has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. And it's Alvarado missing.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Here's Thomas. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And New York shooting only 35% so far in this quarter. Towns, a screen on Thomas. Here's Shamet. Off target with the 3. For Seattle, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Pass to Thomas. And here's Dunn. On the wing, Thompson. Oh, he picked him clean. 3 on 3. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
And that one misses. Seattle has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
What poise from Thompson. Even while getting fouled, he stays cool and puts up the shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw is good from Thompson.
They're one of the greatest shooters ever. Thompson's confidence is what makes him so dangerous.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. The Knicks with the lead. Outside McBride. Off target from three-point range. An opportunity now for them to get back on top.
Yeah, they've kept it within arm's length. Now they need to make a play.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, BA. Karl Anthony Towns is taking his rebounding to a new level in New York. He said, I didn't put all this muscle on for no reason. I'm going to keep playing physical, keep playing my game, and I'll keep demanding attention from every defense and then let the game play out. Back to you.
Physical. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Seattle shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. It's Thomas on the wing. Back to Dunn. This one for three. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Diawara. New York working the ball around now. Outside McBride. Towns on a screen. The three is up. Seattle pulls it in. Now Dunn. Yet to see a basket. Now here's Neesmith. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, good whistle there.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And he drops the first. And the Knicks making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here's Clarkson in the game against Denver. Very impressive. From deep. Seattle pulls it in. Williams has got rebound number 7 tonight. Thompson passes to Neesmith. And the shot goes in. And it's all knotted up.
One of the most selfless stars in the game. Clay has no problem playing the role of distributor.
And New York shooting only 35% so far in this quarter. Pass to Diawara. Let's go with a 3. Connects from downtown. Diawara's got 5.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Dunn outside. And here is Thompson. He's covered by Clarkson. It's Thomas on the wing. 5 on the clock. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Showing some muscle there. Terrific job by Thomas staying locked in on the task at hand.
New York with the ball. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
And that game was all about the depth they have on this roster. Their role players stepped up when they needed it most.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
Now here's Thomas. 11 points for him last game against Miami. On the wing. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
New York trailing. And again, New York with the triple. Here's Thomas. Williams with the screen. Thomas drives in. Count it.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
We're at the end of one in a close game so far. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on Seattle so far?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
All right, and now you want to see them sustain this relentlessness for the entire game because it's clearly paying off.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal. So the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there. All right, Shams, thank you very much for that report. So on the floor for New York, they've got Josh Hart. Jordan Clarkson is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Bridges in at the 2. Now here's Levine. Coming off a 37-point game against the Heat in Miami. Here's Matkovic. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Well, look, Levine is such a gifted scorer that it opens up so much for him out of pick and roll action.
And for the Knicks, they're shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Bridges. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Zach LaVine. New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw no good.
And every year, Bridges seems to take another leap. His work ethic and drive to improve is impressive.
Kuminga, he's checked in for Seattle. And he sinks the second. And it's Seattle with the ball. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defense that's showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. And he makes the first. Alvarado's checked in for New York. And he makes both free throws. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Brunson against Holiday. Pass to Alvarado. Fires from deep. And the Knicks miss again. Seattle shooting around 50% of the game so far. On the wing, Holiday. There's a screen. Here's Filipowski. Three-pointer. Counted from distance.
Well, the veteran floor general Holiday is a fantastic distributor. Someone that understands how to involve his teammates.
Shots good by Hart.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Seattle. All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Here's Bridges following the bucket by Seattle. Shoots from 14, and the shot falls short that time.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Pass to Matkovic. Outside Levine. Oh, Levine in the paint.
Well, if you're going to go in there, you have to want it. Levine did.
Knicks trail by 5. Outside Brunson. Over Holiday. And Brunson gets it to go. Brunson's got 8 points.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Outside Kuminga. Pass to Matkovic. Just 5 to shoot. The fadeaway. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. He's got 14.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Kuminga against Bridges. And there's the foul. It's on Zach LaVine. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Picks up his 3rd foul. We'll see now what coach decides to do from here.
And here in the 2nd quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Hart can't hit.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's LaVine for 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hart. Now, since we have this break, here are the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. In 3rd, the Knicks.
And whenever you turn the ball over against them, they pushed it right back at you. Last year, they were just merciless at exploiting teams whenever they made mistakes against them.
Right side, LaVine. Fades back.
He struggles shooting the rock, yet they're still winning. It's a good thing his teammates have played well.
Anunoby passes to Brunson. Here's the 3. Anunoby can't get it to go.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Filipowski to pass to LaVine. And the 18-footer right on the mark. LaVine's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the mid-range shot is not a lost art for LaVine. He's a very skilled guy in that area.
Brunson passes to Anunoby. Out to Bridges. Puts up a 3. Sinks the tray.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get burned.
Here's LaVine. 6 points for him. Outside Holiday. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Knicks trail by 4. Goes up at the stripe. Anunoby can't get it to go.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on it.
And the basket by Holiday. Holiday's got 7 points.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Brunson against Holiday. Brunson misses. Seattle leading by 6. Kuminga finds LaVine. With the fadeaway. Hart pulls it in.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Brunson passes to Alvarado. And here's Bridges.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
Seattle making some changes. Robert Williams checked in for Filipowski. Nesmith comes in for Matkovic. And it's Dunn in for Drew Holiday. Towns, he's checked in for New York. Shamet comes in for Mikal Bridges. Outside Hart. Clock. Shoots over Kuminga. And the Knicks miss again.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
Nesmith passes to Dunn. Knocks down the long J. Dunn's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. They trail by 9. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. And they pick up 2.
Relentless effort from Towns inside, powering through the contact.
Done with it. Outside Kuminga. Outside Levine. Outside Neesmith. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Shamet. Misses the 3. Seattle leading by 7. Outside Kuminga. Left side Neesmith. Back to Kuminga. Neesmith with it. Hart's there. Neesmith's shot is off. Knicks trail by 7. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Levine. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Brunson. Brunson brushes off the D.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
For Seattle, they've gone 8 of 15 in the second. Outside Levine. Pass to Kuminga. Back to Levine. And Levine, throw it down.
Okay, Zach Levine, another monster dunk to put on his career highlight reel.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Now here's Brunson. He's got 10. Kuminga, the pass to Neesmith. Takes a 13-footer, and Seattle tacks on 2 more. And here's Alvarado. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Seattle making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Kuminga, and it's Thomas in for Zach Levine. New York making a switch here. Here's Diawara. 5 points in the game. Outside McBride. Clarkson outside. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. And still to this day, Jordan Clarkson can give you instant offense, Coach.
Well, Brian, he's excellent off the bounce, slashing into the lane. He's added the 3-point shot. He can fill it up in a hurry, normally off the bench.
3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3.
Well, look, Clarkson is a great guy to have in your lineup simply due to his versatility.
Second free throw, no good.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
And he nails the third. Now done. Right side, Neesmith. 16 feet out. A nice shot by McBride. McBride's got his first basket. And Seattle calls time here.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And let's use this time to have a look at last year's steals leaders. The 4th spot held by Chris Dunn.
Last year, he was really opportunistic defensively, creating havoc.
Seattle leading by 5. Thomas outside. Pass to Neesmith. Thompson outside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
2 seconds. Ball goes to New York.
And New York has possession. Here's Clarkson. Lays it up and banks it in. And now just a 3-point Seattle lead.
Well, looking for that point-blank opportunity. Clarkson wanted the highest percentage shot possible.
Thomas passes to Williams. Back to Thomas. The floater. And the layup is up and in. Thomas has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Remarkable touch on that teardrop by Thomas. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Outside McBride. New York working the ball around now. Clarkson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, it's blocked by Williams.
Yeah, Williams gets at least 1 swat a game. He's got great anticipation.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And the free throw, no good. Knicks trail by 7. Clarkson outside. And it's Clarkson again missing. And Williams has got the ball here for Seattle. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. And that'll be their 2nd of 4 total games at home.
Well, you see the suddenness of Thomas. That's a tough play to defend.
Now here's McBride. 14 points for him last game against Denver. Clarkson against Thomas. And he gets it to go. Now 2 of 6 in the game.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the 1st quarter, but now he's off and running.
Williams with the screen. Here's Thompson. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Now here's McBride. Williams defending. Pass to Diawara. Here's McBride. Seattle pulls it in. Dunn outside. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Seattle closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. More 2K action in just a moment.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Looking at the Knicks, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah, they look strong in that first matchup. Played with a lot of energy. We'll see if it carries over into this one.
And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the New York Knicks.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to. Right now, they're putting up no resistance.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.